Hello again, everybody. We have those days where things are just not flowing in the direction you felt they should be. And in the beginning, when we start sensing this type of movement, we typically try fighting against it. We try going against the current that is being presented, which will then create more of these agitated states, these more angry-filled states, less clarified mind in figuring out where such things are coming from. And each time we face these types of frequencies, we have to be able to figure out what is the sequence that's needed to put things back into alignment, because it's there. The answer that we're looking for to bring ourselves back to alignment is there. And it's a multitude of possibilities that you can choose from. And the more times that we confront ourselves with these possibilities so that we can get ourselves back into alignment, the greater chance the discomfort will be gone faster, instead of it being there for such a long time. And I believe most of us have felt it be for sometimes months at a clip. And then you may get that break of 1 or 2 days and you're like, oh, fuck, life. This is what life is. This feels good again. And then you're right back in. You're right back in it again. And we get confronted with these discomforts to be problem solvers, to figure out the sequence to get closer to God. God presents us with challenges and tests daily. He's going to do this daily because he wants to see you evolve. He wants to see us become better. If we don't get faced with these challenges and we don't face these challenges to know that we can get better, we will never get better. It's being able to recognize the situation at hand, to know that this is for the betterment of the good. When we reject these offerings from God, we are rejecting something that is only here to heal us. It's only here to bring us closer to what's needed to get done. And that thing that we're looking to complete is our mission. The mission that God has planted inside of our soul, and we chose the fleshly suit. Him and yourself, him and I, chose the fleshly suit that I would choose to uncover my soul to complete the mission that is needed to be done. Each and every single one of us has done this. All of us has chose the suit to be inside of. We chose the mission to come back into reincarnated form, to do what is needed for the self, but also for the collective. Because the mission is combined into two, because we are one. Dualism leads to unified states. The self and the collective, dualistic point into the unified field. Transversing through these challenges and tests that God sends us is where we strengthen our knowledge, we strengthen our wisdom, we strengthen who we are. From the lives prior to the present, to the infinite universes and parallel dimensions and all of the other jazz that comes with it. All of that is part of it. And we have to be able to know that everything that is taking place all at the same time. past, present, future, everything. When we can be in the middle of all of it, we will not be swayed. We will be planted. We will be rooted in our ways. We will be grounded in our knowings. So when these sways come at us, we will not sway because we are grounded and we know what we have to do. And that comes over time. It's not something that is just initially understood and comprehended from birth. That's not the way life is intended to be. We have to go through consequences. We have to go through trials and tribulations. We have to go through these things to get it done, to get to the mission. And it's okay. I was just watching a little bit of I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't really like it, but watching something. But we have to be able to go through them. And that's the point of what this existence is. We have to go through this shit and muck and mud and blah to get to that beautiful state, to that euphoria. It's part of it. Everything is part of this grand equation. Each and every equation and number and however mathematicians put their shit together, all of the sequences and all of the things that put the math equations together, it's a part of it. It's what needs to take place. It's acceptance. It's accepting all of that. Brings us back to beauty, brings us back to love, brings us back to joy. Facing these things instead of running from them creates this power, strength that God has placed in all of us. God placed all of this stuff inside of us. But our world, the evil that's been ruling it, has now wanted you to go into these places, to go into these understandings. Because if you do, that means you're defeating them. Because as you go in, you realize it's all about love. It's about just compassion. So all of this evilness is just lack of compassion and love. But when you go in and discover this information that's been placed in all of us from God's grace, that grace is then going to be transmuted to that evil that's trying to prevent you and stop you and hurt you from getting to where you want to go. But it's love. It's always been about love. We have confused what love is because of the mistrust, the abuse, the lies, the hurt that we've done to love. Because that love is inside of us all. And if we abuse that love in all of those ways, well, that means love can't be fully expressed and love can't be fully accepted. That's why we have to go through those challenges and trials, because it brings us deeper into love. It brings us deeper into knowing that all of this shit that's trying to stop you from obtaining this eternal love is just lacking that eternal love. And I think deep down that evil knows that if we do get to that eternal love, that they too will be transmuted. Because we don't want to hurt it. We don't want to hurt anything. It's the twistedness of this existence that makes us think we want to hurt and cause pain. But That's the twisted. But when you unravel the twisted and you bring it back into this beautiful alignment, it's love. It's God's love. And that's what we're in search of. That's what we're trying to get to and be a part of. So it's untwist the twisted and find the pure alignments and heal the wounded. That is how we're going to solve so many of our shit fucking problems that we have going on. But it takes courage to face it. And that courage lives in you. Be courageous and untwisted, so it can be just this beautiful, beautiful alignments of peace and love. I hope to see you one day. I hope to see all of you one day.